Welcome to SimpleLMS, the lightweight, no-fuss learning management system built with independent educators in mind. Whether you're a freelance trainer, a private tutor, or a small training provider working with multiple institutions, probably face this challenge. Most LMS platforms are bulky, expensive, or tied to universes and corporate ecosystems. You want something that works, without the bloat, the licenses, or the IT headaches. To get started, let's walk through the registration process. First, we go to the registration page, and we do so by typing the following URL into the browser window. All right, there we go. This is a simple registration form. You basically fill out your personal details and press the submit at the bottom. So let's just start by filling out details. I'm just entering some mock information here. Affiliation, that's the company or the university that you're working for or studying at. Then you select your role, so you can choose either student or teacher. Depending on the role that you choose here, you will be assigned different user privileges, so make sure you make the correct choice here, as it cannot be changed once registered. So obviously, if you're a student, you choose student. If you're a teacher, you choose teacher. So in this case, I'm teacher. And I enter my email information. And also make sure it's a valid email address, because it will be used for further correspondence and also for account verification. And then student ID is optional, but it's advisable that if you're a student, type your student ID if you have any. And if you're a teacher, it's advisable to request your students to enter their student ID here, as it facilitates communication and record keeping ahead. I'm just typing some fictitious number here, and then password. Please make sure it has to be at least 8 characters long. And I entered it twice to make sure it's correct. And then you can also tick the show passwords box here to ensure you entered the password you were intended to enter. All right, and then I just click the submit button. All right, and then I get a success message here, which says verification email has been sent. Please check your email inbox. Click the link inside the email to verify your account. And I go to my mailbox and check it. And there we are. The verification email has arrived. I click the link inside the email. And voila, verification successful. Your account has been successfully verified. You may now log in to access your account. All right, and then I click the proceed to login button. And I arrive at this login page where I simply enter my email and password. So logging in is quick and easy. So you just start by entering your email address in the first field. Make sure it's the one you used when you registered. Enter the corresponding password. And also please remember, passwords are case sensitive, so check your caps lock if needed. And once both fields are filled in, click the big green login button to access your dashboard. So if you forgot your password, no worries, just click the link that says reset it here. You create a new one. And if you don't have an account yet, click on register here to sign up for free. All right, that's it. We're now ready to begin teaching or learning with SimpleLMS. the streamlined platform made for educators like yourself. Once you have logged in, you will be taken to the courses overview page. Basically, it lists all the courses that you're teaching or studying. Let's start by adding a new course. Under the Add New Course section, you'll need to fill in 3 details. First, enter the title of your course, for example, Business Analytics or Data Science 101. Next, type the institution name. This could be your university, company, or training center. And third, select the time zone where your course will operate. This ensures that deadlines, live sessions, and announcements reflect your local time. And in my case, I choose GMT +8, so I'm based in Shanghai. I click Add Course, and you can see the course showing up in the table below, comprising 3 columns, namely course name, creation date, and actions, where you can edit the course information, or you can also delete it, which we will not do in this case. After that, I simply click the course itself, and I'm taken to the course dashboard. And here at the top, you can see the course name, your details, quick access tabs, namely course materials, student list, announcements, assignments, and attendance tracker. You can think of this as your mission control center. Everything you need is just a click away. Here at the bottom, we also have a link back to the course overview page and a logout link. Okay, to begin with, let's upload a lecture slide. Just click Upload File, choose your document, and voila, it's live for students. And it becomes visible in the table below, comprising 3 columns, namely file name, upload date, and actions. And the first action button is copy link, which copies the URL of the file to the clipboard that you can use to share with students or other teachers. Then we have a view button, which displays the file contents in your browser window. The third button is a download button, which downloads the file to your local machine, and a delete button, which erases the file from the system. Also note that a notification email will be sent to the students enrolled to the course about the uploaded file containing a direct download link for easy access. In other words, there's no need to send a separate notification to students manually. In this way, saving a lot of admin time, as this is handled by the system automatically. With everything neatly organized, no more files will be lost or frantic email communication. Also note that the aforementioned action buttons are only available to users with teacher status. Students can only view and download files. Now let's switch focus to the Student List tab. Here's your class roster. Need to email a student? Just click their email address. Notice someone missing? Check their enrollment status. It's like having a digital roll call at your fingertips. You populate the student list by providing the students with a course ID at the top of the page, and then each one of them will apply to your course via the course's overview page. And once done, it will start showing up in the student list of your course, initially with the status not enrolled. At this stage, the student cannot access the course page. In order to enroll a student and hence grant him or her access, you tick the corresponding checkbox and click the Enroll selected at the top of the student list. Once done, you can see the status of the student has changed to enrolled. Let's demonstrate this. And then teacher checks the system and sees that there's one student which has applied to the course. You can see currently the student status is not enrolled. So we select the student and we click the enroll selected button, and then we can go down again and see that the student status has changed to enrolled. Similarly, if you want to expel a student for whatever reason, you again tick the corresponding checkbox and click Unenroll Selected. Then we see that the status has changed to Not Enrolled. Please note that each time a student enrolls to your course, you will be notified by email, in this way enabling you to quickly respond to student actions, thereby maximizing speed and responsiveness and smooth operations with minimal lead time. As students generally apply for the course at the beginning of the course, the student list can quickly become quite long, and to save time, you can apply the same operation on all students at once, first clicking the Select All button, and then click Enroll or Unenroll. Please note that each time the enrollment status changes, the student will be notified by email. Overall, SimpleLMS aims at leveraging the principle of student self-service as much as possible, thereby minimizing the time and effort required from the teacher. Please note that the student list is only visible to users with teacher status. By this token, also always ensure that anyone applying for the course has the correct user role, as user privileges vary accordingly. Now, let's move on to the announcements section. Here you can broadcast messages to your students. Just click Create Announcement, type your message, and hit Send. Whether it's a room change or a deadline reminder, students see it instantly through a notification email or in the announcement list on LMS. Please note that you can delete the message from LMS, but as the message is broadcast to the students via email, this cannot be undone, so be careful when you use this function. And just like that, you've saved yourself 20 "What's due this week" emails. So I enter a title, message, and I click the Create Announcement button, which then becomes visible in the table below. I can also click the Delete button if I want to delete it from the system. Now let's move on to the Assignments tab. Here you can create an assignment submission point by entering a description, set submission deadline, like date and time, as well as setting a maximum submission file size and permitted file formats. Click the Create Assignment button to execute the action. Set the timeline to Friday next week, just before midnight. File size 10 megabyte to prevent students from submitting excessively large files. And I just want the students to upload PDF files. So just enter .pdf here as permitted file suffix, and then I create the assignment, and then the assignment shows up here in this table below. And here I also have 5 action buttons. I have one button here to upload submission. I can just upload a mock submission myself as a teacher. So just click Browse, select the file I want to upload. Click Upload. There we go. And here I can see the submission date of my own file upload here. I can also toggle the visibility of the assignment toward the students on and off. In case I want to create a assignment submission point, but I don't want it to be accessible to the student, then I can hide this assignment. There is also a delete button if I want to delete the assignment submission point. Just be careful, because if you delete the assignment submission point, then also the corresponding uploaded files will be erased. So be careful about that. Then I can also view submissions, and here you can see that the submission, the assignment I submitted myself is visible here. So we can see the name of the person submitting the file, submission date, and then also delay, if any. In this case, I submitted before the deadline, so therefore it says the delay is 0 day, 0 hour, and 0 minutes. So this makes it easy to track who's submitting on time and has the deadline, and you can take corrective action and apply penalties as required. Now let's move on to the attendance tracker, which helps you to track student attendance session by session. To create an attendance event, simply add a title in the text field and click Create button. The attendance event will then show up in the table below, and this table shows the attendance event's title, creation date, and single delete action button, behaving in the same manner as the others described earlier in this tutorial. Just have some information here. I click Create, then you can see it shows up in the table below. In order to take attendance, just click the corresponding attendance event link in the table, and you will be taken to the class attendance page, which I do here. And at the top of the page, you can see a number of text fields in case student attendance to be entered manually. And below, there's a table where student attendance will be displayed. Under normal circumstances, the students take care of recording their attendance in a decentralized fashion by themselves, thereby eliminating the need for the teacher to do so. In this way, significantly improving the efficiency of the process. How is this achieved? Easy. By clicking the Start button at the top right-hand corner of the screen, a modal pop-up window will appear. This window will display a 6-digit code being displayed in 5 seconds, after which it will be replaced by a new one, again showing in just 5 seconds. The students will then access a corresponding attendance registration page where they are supposed to enter the same code within the 5-second time frame. By virtue of displaying the code only on the teacher's display and not on the students, while only displaying it for a short period of time, it is practically impossible to forward it to other students not being physically present in the classroom, thereby ensuring a high level of attendance accuracy and minimizing the risk of student attendance spoofing. It is suggested to keep the attendance code window visible to the students for a minute or two until everyone present have recorded their attendance. After that, the teacher can close the pop-up window, reload the page to ensure that the student attendance list has been populated. And after the students have been given some time to enter this 6-digit code into the system from their side, we can just close the... After closing the modal pop-up window, we can see that we have one attendance registration here. And also, once we have populated the list of student attendances, we can select the students and we can press the download button, and then we get the attendance list downloaded to our local machine in the shape of a CSV or comma separated file for easy record keeping. In sum, No more spreadsheets, no more fuss. Perfect for when admin asks, how's class participation? And that's it. Before you go, remember, name files clearly, post announcements early, and check submissions often. Now go teach with confidence. Your LMS has your back. Happy teaching. Take care and bye-bye.